Hey, it's Karri Flatla here for this week's Friday Fire at Karri Flatla & Associates and Remax Real Estate, Lethbridge. Are you the type of person who is always worried about missing out? Worried the grass is greener, there might be one more stone to uncover? This video is for you because in a hot market, there's so much activity going on all around you. It is natural to be scared when you sign on the dotted line to buy a house or sell a house, as we talked about last year, that you might be missing out on something better. A better house, a better location, something cooler, better price, all that kind of thing. So here's what you need to know. When you sign an offer to purchase, even a conditional offer, which most of you will be doing when you buy a house, conditional to financing and home inspection. Even though it's conditional upon getting financing and home inspection approval, this is a legally binding document. And so I want to talk about what that means, because what happens in a hot, busy, active, exciting market like this is people have a sense of worry or remorse as soon as they sign on the dotted line, and that's natural. But it also has serious implications if you even have an inkling of trying to back out, because this is a legally binding contract. So two sections of the contract I want to point out to you that are really important to know when you sign on the dotted line. The first one is in section 8, which talks about the conditions of the contract. In the United States, they call these contingencies. Most offers to purchase have at least one or two buyer's conditions. Once in a while, we see a seller's condition. Most offers to purchase have a buyer's condition. Most of the time, those conditions include financing condition and a home inspection condition. Now, what it says in section 8, the seller and buyer will act reasonably and in good faith in trying to satisfy their own conditions, including making reasonable efforts to fulfill them. That is a fancy way of saying if you have a financing condition, you must make reasonable efforts to get mortgage financing to buy the home. Just because a condition exists in the contract does not mean you can wake up in the middle of the night, have a change of heart, call your realtor the next day and say, I changed my mind, I don't want the house. Because if you do that, there will be potential legal implications, including the seller calling their lawyer and saying you did not make reasonable efforts to meet your conditions. And number two, your deposit could be at risk. Here's the other section of the contract that's really important. Right at the bottom of the contract, in section 16, it says, legal obligations begin. And here's what it says in 16.1. The legal obligations in this contract begin when the accepted contract is delivered in person or sent by fax or email. The obligations bind the seller and buyer, as well as their heirs, administrators, executors, successors, and assigns. So, when the buyer and seller have both signed off on all of the terms and conditions in this contract, and a copy of that contract has been delivered to the other party, i.e. your realtor, you now have a legally binding contract. So just because it has conditions on it, it is legally binding. You are entering into a legally binding agreement with another party. So the bottom line is, be very ready to make a commitment to the process of purchasing that home that you have chosen once you've negotiated an offer to purchase. Don't keep surfing realtor.ca. Have your realtor turn off the listing alerts that they've been emailing to you every day. Stop driving around looking at homes. Don't walk into an open house. Make a commitment to buy the house that you have just got an accepted offer on, because it's legally binding. This isn't like shopping for a new outfit downtown. If you have any questions about that process, of course, talk to a lawyer. If you have any questions about negotiating for your dream home, give me a call or send me a text, 3827335. I would love to hear from you and answer your questions. Or of course, you can visit us anytime at karriflatla.com and watch other videos on the Friday Fire blog. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend, and we'll see you for next Friday Fire. Take care.